Picture this. In the aftermath of World War II, a renowned aircraft manufacturer banned from producing planes turns to creating tiny, three-wheeled cars with aircraft-inspired designs. This isn't science fiction. It's the fascinating story of the Messerschmitt KR201, a rare microcar that emerged from the ruins of post-war Germany. With only 300 units ever produced, this unique vehicle represents an extraordinary chapter in automotive history, where necessity and innovation collided to create something truly remarkable. The story begins in post-World War II Germany, where Messerschmitt, a company famous for its military aircraft, found itself in a peculiar situation. Prohibited from manufacturing planes due to post-war restrictions, the company needed to find new ways to keep its workforce employed and its facilities operational. Enter Fritz Fend, a forward-thinking aircraft engineer who had been developing small motorized vehicles for disabled war veterans. Fend's initial creation, the Fend Flitzer, was a three-wheeled vehicle designed primarily for disabled individuals. However, its appeal quickly spread beyond its intended audience, catching the attention of a general public desperate for affordable transportation in post-war Europe. Recognizing the potential for something greater, Fend approached Messerschmitt with a proposal that would change both their trajectories. The collaboration between Fend and Messerschmitt first bore fruit in 1953 with the introduction of the KR175, known as the cabin and roller, meaning scooter with a cabin. This initial model featured a distinctive bubble canopy and tandem seating arrangement, clearly influenced by Fend's aircraft engineering background. The 173cc single-cylinder two-stroke engine produced 9 horsepower, enabling the lightweight vehicle to reach speeds of up to 50 miles per hour. Despite its innovative design, the KR175 had its shortcomings. The lack of a reverse gear and limited suspension comfort prompted the development of an improved model. In 1955, Messerschmitt and Fend unveiled the KR200, equipped with a more powerful 191cc engine producing 10 horsepower. One of its most innovative features was a unique reversing mechanism that allowed the engine to run backward, effectively providing 4 reverse gears. The KR200's timing couldn't have been better. The Suez Crisis had triggered fuel shortages across Europe, making fuel-efficient vehicles highly desirable. Nearly 12,000 units were sold in the first year alone, marking a significant success for the company. However, by 1956, Messerschmitt received permission to resume aircraft production and decided to exit the automobile market. This transition led to the next chapter in the cabin and roller story. Fritz Fend, along with his business partner Valentin Knott, acquired the Regensburg factory and established Fahrzeug- und Maschinenbau GmbH Regensburg, FMR. Under their management, the evolution of the cabin and roller series continued, culminating in the introduction of the KR201 Roadster in 1957. The KR201 made its debut at the 1956 International Bicycle and Motorcycle Exhibition in Frankfurt, showcasing a bold departure from its predecessors. Gone was the enclosed bubble canopy, replaced by a more conventional but still distinctive design featuring a frameless windscreen and an innovative folding cloth top supported by a scissors frame mechanism. The exterior design of the KR201 was a testament to both style and functionality. Available primarily in signal red, with white being an option in some markets like Germany, the vehicle's appearance was striking. The frameless curved windscreen was supported by polished aluminum brackets, giving it a sleek, sporty look that set it apart from other microcars of the era. The interior was equally impressive, featuring black upholstery accented with faux snakeskin patterns and red piping. Twin polished aluminum trim strips adorned the side panels, while white accents, including the gear shift knob and canopy securing leather belt, provided elegant contrast. The dashboard followed the 1957 specifications, featuring a cream-colored ashtray in place of the previously included clock. Under the hood, or more accurately at the rear of the vehicle, sat the Fichtel & Sachs 191cc two-stroke single-cylinder engine. This air-cooled power plant produced 10 horsepower, which might seem modest by today's standards, but was quite sufficient for a vehicle weighing only 507 pounds. The engine's efficiency was remarkable, achieving around 87 miles per gallon, a figure that would make many modern car manufacturers envious. The KR201's drivetrain, featured a 4-speed manual transmission, operated through a system of rods and linkages. The vehicle inherited the innovative reverse mechanism from the KR200, allowing the engine to run backward for reverse gears. This clever engineering solution eliminated the need for a separate reverse gear mechanism, reducing complexity and weight. Performance-wise, the KR201 could reach a top speed of 56 miles per hour. While not exactly a speed demon, its lightweight construction and well-engineered suspension system made it surprisingly agile. The independent suspension on all 3 wheels, featuring coil springs and hydraulic dampers, provided a comfortable ride that was superior to earlier models in the cabin and roller series. The vehicle's compact dimensions, 111 inches in length, 50 inches in width, and 47 inches in height, made it perfect for navigating crowded European city streets. The 3-wheel configuration, with 2 wheels in front and 1 in the rear, gave it exceptional maneuverability, particularly in tight spaces. The KR201's wheels were equipped with slotted hubcaps featuring twin-eared spinners, a design element that paid homage to Messerschmitt's aviation heritage. The rear single tire was slightly wider than the front ones, improving traction and handling characteristics. Curved arm contact mirrors, chrome rear lights, and a small luggage rack added both functionality and style to the overall package. Despite its innovative features and distinctive design, the KR201 had a remarkably short production run. Between 1957 and 1958, only approximately 300 units were manufactured at the FMR factory in Regensburg. Each vehicle was hand-assembled with meticulous attention to detail, using high-quality materials that contributed to its higher production costs. The vehicle was primarily marketed in Europe, with Germany and the United Kingdom being the main target markets. In the UK, customers could only choose signal red, while German buyers had the additional option of white. The KR201's higher price point compared to competitors like the BMW Seta or Heinkelkabine positioned it as a niche vehicle for enthusiasts rather than a mass-market transportation solution. Today, the Messerschmitt KR201 stands as a testament to human ingenuity and adaptation. Born from the restrictions of post-war Germany, it represents a unique period when aerospace engineering principles were applied to ground transportation. The few surviving examples are highly sought after by collectors and microcar enthusiasts, with restored vehicles commanding significant prices at auctions. While the Messerschmitt KR201's production numbers may have been small, its impact on automotive history is significant. It represents a unique moment when aerospace engineering merged with automotive design, creating a vehicle that was both practical and distinctive. The KR201 serves as a reminder that sometimes the most interesting vehicles emerge from the most unexpected circumstances, and that innovation often flourishes under constraints. In the vibrant automotive landscape of the 1960s, where practicality often met whimsy, Renault introduced a unique vehicle that captured the essence of carefree summer drives. The Renault 4 Plein Air, launched in 1968, wasn't just another car, it was France's answer to the growing demand for leisure vehicles. With its doorless design, minimalist approach, and focus on open-air driving pleasure, this rare convertible tells a fascinating story of automotive innovation and changing social trends. However, with only 563 units ever produced, it remains one of the most exclusive and lesser-known chapters in Renault's rich history. The story of the Renault 4 Plein Air begins with its parent car, the Renault 4. Introduced in 1961, the Renault 4 was France's people's car, designed to mobilize the masses with its practical and affordable nature. It enjoyed a remarkable 31-year production run until 1992, becoming one of Renault's most successful models. However, as the swinging 60s progressed, Renault saw an opportunity to create something different, a vehicle that would cater to the growing leisure market, particularly in coastal regions. The transformation from the practical Renault 4 to the beach-ready Plein Air was handled by Sinpar, a specialized French company known for their expertise in modifying Renault vehicles. Sinpar's primary reputation came from developing four-wheel drive systems, but with the Plein Air, they showcased their ability to completely reimagine a vehicle's purpose and character. The most striking feature of the Plein Air was its radical open-top design. Unlike conventional convertibles, the Plein Air didn't just lose its roof, it lost its doors too. In their place, Sinpar installed an innovative safety system consisting of plastic-covered chains. These chains served as basic barriers to prevent passengers from falling out during drives, though many owners chose to remove them entirely for an even more open feeling. The car's roof was equally unconventional. Rather than implementing a sophisticated folding mechanism, the Plein Air used a simple canvas top. This wasn't designed for serious weather protection, it was primarily a sunshade, offering minimal shelter from rain or wind. The process of setting up this canvas roof was notably cumbersome, further emphasizing that this was a car meant for fair weather cruising. Under the hood, the Plein Air featured Renault's reliable Billancourt engine. This 845 cubic centimeter inline-4 power plant produced 26.5 horsepower at 4,800 revolutions per minute and 32.4 pound-feet of torque at 2,500 revolutions per minute. The engine's architecture was straightforward, with a bore of 2.28 inches and a stroke of 3.15 inches using a single-barrel carburetor and an 8.0 to 1 compression ratio. Power was transmitted to the front wheels through a 4-speed manual transmission with an unusual dashboard-mounted gear lever, a characteristic feature of the Renault 4 family. This drivetrain combination allowed the Plein Air to reach a top speed of 62 miles per hour, with acceleration from 0 to 37 miles per hour taking around 12 seconds. While these numbers might seem modest by today's standards, they were entirely adequate for the vehicle's intended purpose as a leisure car. The Plein Air's lightweight construction, weighing approximately 1,323 pounds, contributed to its decent fuel efficiency. It could achieve around 39 miles per gallon, making it an economical choice for daily use and weekend adventures. The front-wheel drive layout, combined with independent front torsion bars and a rear torsion beam suspension, provided stable handling characteristics, particularly important when navigating beach environments. Inside the cabin, the Plein Air departed from the standard Renault 4's interior design. Instead of individual seats, it featured a single bench seat up front accommodating 2 passengers. This setup emphasized the car's casual, recreational nature. The dashboard was kept deliberately simple, with only essential gauges and controls present. The floor was covered with materials chosen for their durability in sandy and wet conditions, reflecting the car's beach-going intentions. The exterior design maintained the basic silhouette of the Renault 4, but required significant structural reinforcements to compensate for the removal of the roof and doors. Most Plein Airs were painted white and featured a distinctive decorative stripe bearing the Plein Air inscription, creating a clean, summery aesthetic that perfectly matched its intended environment. When the Plein Air entered the market in 1968, it faced stiff competition from similar leisure-oriented vehicles. Its main rival was the Citroën Méhari, which debuted the same year. The Méhari proved to be a more successful product thanks to its practical plastic body that was impervious to rust and salt damage, a significant advantage for a beach car. The Minimoke, another competitor, also enjoyed greater success with its lower price point and established Mini heritage. The Plein Air's relatively high price point, combined with its limited practicality, ultimately affected its market success. While the Citroën Méhari and Minimoke went on to achieve significant sales numbers and longer production runs, the Plein Air's production ceased in 1971 after just 563 units. Following the end of production, Renault began offering conversion kits that allowed standard Renault 4 owners to transform their cars into Plein Air-style vehicles, though the number of these conversions remains unknown. The vehicle's marketing focused on coastal regions in France and other European countries, as well as select international markets including Canada and the United States. It was promoted as a lifestyle choice rather than a practical transportation solution, targeting affluent buyers who could afford a dedicated leisure vehicle. The involvement of Sinpar in the production process added an element of exclusivity, but also contributed to the higher cost. Despite its limited commercial success, the Renault 4 Plein Air represents an interesting chapter in automotive history. It emerged during a period when car manufacturers were experimenting with lifestyle vehicles, trying to capture the growing leisure market of the 1960s. The Plein Air's unique approach to open-air motoring, with its doorless design and minimal weather protection, showcased a bold vision of what a beach car could be. Today, the Renault 4 Plein Air's rarity has made it a sought-after collector's item. Its unique design, limited production numbers, and connection to the beloved Renault 4 have ensured its place in automotive history. While it may not have achieved the commercial success of its rivals, it stands as a testament to the creative spirit of French car design and the optimistic, leisure-focused culture of the late 1960s. The Plein Air story also reflects the broader trends in the automotive industry during this period. Manufacturers were beginning to recognize that cars could be more than just transportation. They could be lifestyle statements, leisure accessories, and expressions of personal freedom. This thinking would go on to influence vehicle design and marketing for decades to come. In the sun-drenched shores of Southern California during the early 1960s, a revolutionary vehicle was born that would forever change the landscape of off-road motoring. The Meyers Manx, a compact yet mighty dune buggy, emerged from the creative mind of Bruce Meyers, transforming not just how people experience beach driving, but establishing an entirely new category of recreational vehicles. This is the story of how a boat builder's innovative vision gave birth to an unusual automotive icon that conquered both beaches and racing circuits. Bruce Meyers wasn't just any ordinary car enthusiast. His background in building fiberglass boats and his deep connection to California's beach culture uniquely positioned him to recognize a growing need among off-road enthusiasts. In the early 1960s, he observed people driving crude sand rails, stripped-down vehicles that struggled to navigate the beach terrain effectively. Drawing from his expertise in fiberglass construction, Meyers envisioned something better, a vehicle that would combine functionality with aesthetic appeal. In 1964, this vision materialized into Old Red, the first Meyers Manx prototype. The vehicle's design was groundbreaking, a unibody fiberglass shell mounted on a modified Volkswagen Beetle chassis. The wheelbase was shortened by 14 1/4 inches compared to the standard Beetle, creating a more agile and maneuverable vehicle. The choice of the Volkswagen's reliable air-cooled rear engine proved crucial for the buggy's success. The name Manx drew inspiration from the tailless Manx cat, reflecting the vehicle's compact design. The distinctive logo, featuring a stylized Manx cat wielding a sword like a heraldic lion, became an instant recognizable symbol. The open-wheel design, lacking doors and a roof, perfectly captured the free-spirited essence of California beach culture. The Manx's breakthrough moment came in 1967 when Bruce Meyers and Ted Mangels entered the inaugural Mexican 1000 race, now known as the Baja 1000. Their performance was nothing short of spectacular, completing the grueling course in 34 hours and 45 minutes, shattering the previous record by more than 5 hours. This victory didn't just prove the Manx capabilities, it revolutionized off-road racing and led to the formation of the National Off-Road Racing Association. The racing success catalyzed enormous commercial interest. Between 1964 and 1971, B.F. Meyers & Company produced approximately 6,000 Manx kits. These kits allowed enthusiasts to build their own dune buggies using Volkswagen Beetle components. The affordability and accessibility of these kits democratized off-road recreation, making the Manx a symbol of 1960s automotive freedom. However, success brought its own challenges. The Manx's popularity spawned numerous imitators, with an estimated 250,000 copycat vehicles flooding the market. These knockoffs, often sold at lower prices, severely impacted Meyers' business. Despite the design being his original creation, the lack of initial patent protection left him vulnerable to imitations. Legal battles against copycats proved unsuccessful, and by 1971, the overwhelming competition forced B.F. Meyers & Company to cease operations. The Manx's influence extended beyond the dunes and into popular culture. Its most notable Hollywood appearance came in the 1968 film The Thomas Crown Affair, where Steve McQueen drove a bright yellow Manx, cementing its status as a cultural icon. The buggy's distinctive design influenced the broader kit car industry and demonstrated fiberglass's potential in automotive applications. Decades later, Bruce Meyers orchestrated a comeback. In the early 2000s, he established Meyers Manx Incorporated, introducing updated versions of his iconic creation. The new lineup included the Manxster 2+2, a 4-seater variant, and the more rugged Manxster Dual Sport. These modern interpretations maintain the original spirit while incorporating contemporary safety and performance features. In 2020, a significant transition occurred when Meyers and his wife sold the brand to Trousdale Ventures. Under the leadership of new CEO Freeman Thomas, a respected automotive designer with experience at Volkswagen and Ford, the company embarked on an ambitious modernization journey. This culminated in the 2022 unveiling of the Meyers Manx 2.0 Electric, a groundbreaking fusion of classic design and modern electric propulsion. The Manx's enduring legacy is preserved through passionate communities like the Manx Club, where enthusiasts gather to celebrate and share their love for these unique vehicles. Original Meyers Manx buggies have become prized collector's items, commanding substantial prices at auctions and events. The success of the Meyers Manx wasn't just about creating a new type of vehicle. It represented a paradigm shift in automotive recreation. It proved that a lightweight, purpose-built vehicle could outperform traditional off-road machines while maintaining an appealing aesthetic. The Manx demonstrated that automotive innovation didn't necessarily require massive industrial resources. Sometimes, all it took was one person's vision and determination. In the late 1950s, on the streets of Sydney, Australia, an unlikely hero of automotive innovation was born. The Goggomobil Dart wasn't just another sports car. It was a testament to Australian ingenuity and German engineering coming together to create something extraordinary. This tiny roadster, weighing just 761 pounds, would become one of the most distinctive vehicles ever produced in Australia, combining the mechanical prowess of Bavaria's Hans Glas GmbH with the creative vision of Sydney's Bill Buckle. Today, we dive into the fascinating story of this unique automobile that proved good things truly do come in small packages. When Bill Buckle of Buckle Motors Limited in Sydney first conceived the idea of the Goggomobil Dart in 1959, Australia's automotive landscape was dominated by larger vehicles. The country's high import taxes on fully assembled cars had created a challenging environment for bringing affordable sports cars to market. Buckle saw an opportunity to create something different, a lightweight, affordable sports car that would capture the imagination of young drivers while avoiding the hefty import duties that made foreign sports cars prohibitively expensive. The foundation of the Dart came from an unlikely source, the German Goggomobil microcar, manufactured by Hans Glas GmbH in Dingolfing, Bavaria. Buckle's stroke of genius was to import only the chassis and mechanical components while designing and manufacturing a completely new fiberglass body in Australia. This approach not only helped circumvent import taxes, but also allowed for the creation of a uniquely Australian vehicle. The Dart's dimensions were diminutive by any standard. At just 120 inches in length and 54 inches in width, it was one of the smallest sports cars ever produced. But what made the Dart truly special was its innovative doorless design. Instead of conventional doors, drivers and passengers simply stepped over the sides to enter and exit the vehicle. This unconventional approach wasn't just about style. It contributed to the car's incredibly low weight and gave it a distinctive appearance that turned heads wherever it went. Under the rear deck lid, buyers could choose between two engine options sourced from the German Goggomobil. The smaller 293cc two-cylinder, two-stroke engine produced 14.8 horsepower, while the larger 392cc version offered 18.5 horsepower. While these numbers might seem modest by today's standards, the Dart's lightweight construction allowed it to achieve respectable performance. The 293cc version could reach 60 miles per hour, while the more powerful 392cc model could push the needle to 65 miles per hour. The car's engineering was thoroughly thought out. The rear-engine rear-wheel drive layout provided excellent weight distribution, while independent coil spring suspension delivered responsive handling and a comfortable ride. The 10-inch wheels and tight turning circle made the Dart particularly adept at navigating city streets, while the front-mounted nose storage compartment provided just enough space for essential items. Priced at £685, approximately $1,000 USD at the time, the Dart represented excellent value compared to its competitors. The Austin Healey Sprite, for example, commanded nearly double the price at £1,175. This competitive pricing made the Dart an attractive option for young buyers looking to enter the sports car market without breaking the bank. Production of the Goggomobil Dart began in 1959 and continued until September 1961. During this period, approximately 700 units rolled out of Buckle Motors' Sydney facility. Each car was carefully assembled, combining the imported German mechanical components with the locally produced fiberglass bodywork. The use of fiberglass was particularly forward-thinking for the time, offering excellent durability and rust resistance compared to traditional steel bodies. The Australian automotive press took notice of this unique vehicle. Modern Motor Magazine's December 1958 road test praised the Dart's maneuverability and innovative design. The review highlighted how the car's small size and lightweight made it perfect for navigating through Sydney's increasingly congested streets. Despite its short production run, the Goggomobil Dart developed a loyal following among Australian drivers. Its combination of affordability, style, and practicality resonated with buyers who wanted something different from the conventional offerings of the time. The car's distinctive appearance and open-top design provided an engaging driving experience that made every journey feel special. The Dart story might have faded into automotive history if not for a memorable television commercial that aired in the 1990s. The Australian Yellow Pages directory advertisement featured actor Tommy Dysart as a Goggomobil owner searching for spare parts. His delivery of the line, "Goggo, no, no, not the Dart," became instantly iconic and introduced the car to a new generation of Australians. This advertising campaign did more than just sell phone directories. It reignited interest in the Goggomobil Dart and cemented its place in Australian popular culture. The commercial success led to increased demand for surviving examples, with collectors and enthusiasts beginning to actively seek out these unique vehicles. Today, the Goggomobil Dart stands as a testament to Australian automotive innovation. The surviving examples are highly prized by collectors, with their fiberglass bodies often remaining in remarkably good condition thanks to their resistance to rust. The car's unique design and historical significance make it a popular attraction at classic car shows and exhibitions around the world. For many Australians, the Goggomobil Dart represents more than just a car. It's a symbol of local ingenuity and creativity. In an era when the Australian automotive industry was still finding its feet, Bill Buckle and his team at Buckle Motors demonstrated that it was possible to create something truly unique by combining international engineering with local design and manufacturing expertise. Even today, the Goggomobil Dart continues to capture imaginations. Its diminutive size, distinctive design, and clever engineering solutions remain relevant in an era when efficiency and innovation are increasingly important. The car's ability to deliver an engaging driving experience while maintaining practical usability serves as a reminder that good design doesn't necessarily require complexity or excess.